Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Factory Reset Chat. Today in this video, we're actually following up our coach's video, so the video on what makes a good coach. And in this next video, we're gonna be talking about some tactics and some things that you can do if you are starting out as a coach and you wanna start marketing your private lessons. So private holds, one-on-ones, things like that. Some little tactics and things that you can do that'll actually, hopefully, and it's worked for us, for you, boost the amount of people actually booking you. Because let's be honest here, we are all doing this, one, to grow and to benefit ourselves, but at some point, you want to kind of pass on that knowledge. Some people do, not everybody. I wasn't one of those ones who did. But after the fact, you do want to pass on that knowledge and maybe make some side income with it. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're putting that much work into building yourself up, going through all the struggles yourself, and you know, on your own journey, you might as well do something that you can make a little bit of that money back, make a little side income for you, and then help other people share that knowledge and stuff like that. So we have both two unique perspectives on this as well, coming from two different industries in which we saw individuals doing private lesson, private training. Cassie does private nutrition coaching. I don't really do private lessons anymore for a different reason, but it's just things that we know can help people when we're building this. Yeah. So get some of the misconceptions out of the way, just because I kind of like to start with, especially on these tactical ones, I kind of like to start with that. Because there's beliefs that people have that I know hold them back, and it's something that I just want to take and just like throw it out right away. Right? It's like, stop doing that. Like that is not the way this works. People believe that if I offer my services, if I build it, they will come. Yeah. You know, and
I was very much of that mindset when I first started.
Yeah, it's. I think a lot of people are, because I think in the past, before the age of social media and marketing and stuff like that, how people got their name out there was business cards and business signs. Yeah. You know, like you had the yellow pages. Or whatever, and like, but you didn't have like
yellow pages a lot.
Did you? Mm-hmm. People back then, if you're young,
like,
and
what's
you don't,
a yellow page?
What is a yellow page? It's like, it's this big old book that they used to give you. It's about that thick, right? And it just had a directory of all of the businesses in the city. Mm-hmm. It's like, if you wanted to find hairstyling thing. I was thinking of, the dog came in, I was just thinking of grooming. It's like hair grooming. You could look it up, right? You could find, and you would have all of the listings of all of the different individuals who did, hairstyle, coloring, whatever in your community, right? That's like, that was literally you build it, they will come. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of built your network. People came in, you built up a client base, you made people happy, they told their friends.
Yeah,
like, that was the marketing.
Ask your friend, like, hey, where'd you get your haircut at? And so then you would go and get your haircut at that said place.
Yeah, it was, but the problem is that a lot of our generation who came up from that still believe that in a way that exists. Yeah. I had one of our first Muay Thai coaches that I helped. We built the program together for the Muay Thai program at our old gym. He believed like, hey, I am a ranked Muay Thai instructor. I have this level of, training, this certification, whatever. I've fought in here. I've gone to Thailand, all this stuff, right? He believed like, okay, I have this. I am teaching this. People should want my services. Yeah. And that's just not how it works anymore. Like, you can't just say like, anybody want a private lesson, come talk to me. And people, but yeah,
they all start lining up.
Yeah, it's like, hooray! Like, I have all of my people now. That's not how it works, guys. That is not. It hasn't worked that way in a decade and a half, probably now, probably longer.
More frustrating, but
what's that? So yeah, so it's something that I just want everybody to throw out right away. Okay, going back to the coaching video that we just released before this one. We talk about building trust as a coach. Yep. All right. The same thing happens in business. People don't go to your business unless they trust that the problem that they are having, you can solve.
Correct.
The same thing is going to happen you as a coach. So what people will do is right now, and this is again from kind of like our generation, and even some of the later ones, like younger millennials and stuff like that. They'll throw it out there on social media, and just be like, "I offer free private lessons in jiu-jitsu, not free, but I offer private lessons in jiu-jitsu, or I offer private pad holding sessions, or whatever. Share my stuff."
Yeah.
And crickets. Like nobody actually does it. Like it's like, because the problem is that people who are in your audience, who already know you, who already follow you, they may know that you do all of that, but they're not the audience that you're trying to find necessarily, because the audience that you're trying to find doesn't necessarily know you or know you offer that service. The audience that you have already knows you and can already kind of guess that you offer that service. So you're telling all of the people it's like going to a family gathering. And it's like all those people already know that you're a coach.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, so everybody at the table and being like,
anybody want any free private
I know,
lessons?
you said free too. Anyone want any private lessons? And
because everybody wants it for free.
And everybody looks around at each other and be like,
Nah, I'm
good. Like, we already knew that you did that, and we would have asked a long time ago. So, first tactic that I can tell everybody to do is being active on social media is great, but throwing up a post here and there to your people and being like, hey, I offer this, doesn't work. All right. You need to set yourself up as the authority. And the only way to set yourself up as the authority is to produce a lot of videos before you ask anybody for anything. Produce a lot of videos of you solving problems. All right, giving away the solving the problems, right? So if I'm teaching somebody jiu-jitsu, I'm going to post 10 videos in a row of me teaching somebody something in jiu-jitsu. It's like, well, Rick, how do I teach somebody in jiu-jitsu if I don't have any clients? That's a good question. Find somebody that can be like your training dummy, can pretend. Maybe you give them a free lesson to just get the video content. That's a trade. And in photography, we call it TFP, or trade for print. It's essentially like, if I'm trying to build a portfolio, I ask individuals for trade. I will give you the images. You give me your face or your modeling or whatever.
Yeah.
I build my portfolio, but I get to use all of that, and then I get to use it for my marketing. But that's what you're doing, essentially. I mean, if I'm doing pad holds for people and I'm trying to train people how to get their boxing better, get their striking better, or whatever, I'm going to do a fair amount of that for free right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to film every bit of it. And I'm going to choreograph it in a way, choreograph meaning like I'm going to plan it out in a way. I'm not going to like choreograph
it,
but
not like stage it.
Like stage, yeah, you're gonna
have a set plan of like, we're gonna flow from this to this to this
and
to
each
this.
one of those are the titles of your next video. Here I'm teaching my client how to improve their cross by adjusting where their foot placement is, or how they use their hips, or whatever. And it's not just somebody randomly hitting punches and then you being like, you can pay me to do this too.
I would definitely sign up for that.
I know you would, but obviously I'm...
Stop it.
Like, you would just do it to be close to me. I get it. But that's what a lot of people do, is they like, I'm going to post a video of my person I'm training hitting these pads, or, doing this armbar or whatever. And then I'm going to look at the video and be like, if you want private lessons, come to me, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing two man guy, like, you guys seen what is that? I don't remember that show. Anyway, Peter Griffin, Family Guy. And he's like, does that stuff, and he has like the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing two man guy, and it's like, but that's it. And it's just like, it's just give me. All right, it's give me your attention, give me your time, give me your money. It's like, but what did you give?
Yeah.
It's like, so you need to provide multiple videos of you helping people that people can absorb for free, and they can see and be like, oh, okay, that's cool. I might want to learn that. And then ask them a question afterwards. Like, do you have any questions about anything that you're struggling with in your jiu-jitsu, or in your striking, or in your cardio, or in your nutrition, or whatever? Send me those. And then you start talking to them in the DMs. Or the comment section, or whatever.
Slide into the
DMs. So you start talking to them there. And then you start building like a communication where you're giving away a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? You're giving away, like, people ask you, it's like, well, I've been, really struggling with my sparring, or I've been really struggling cutting the last 5 pounds over the last month, or I've been really struggling. It's like, oh, well, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? What you're doing is you're building trust and you're building yourself as an authority. And then later, people not only will, maybe those people don't actually come and use you as a client, but they'll tell people when they're successful that you helped them get there.
Yeah.
And those people will come to you as a client.
Yeah.
And that's, you're building a network in that way. And in a lot of ways, a lot of times, the people that you're helping in those comments or in those videos will actually come to you. It's kind of a funny misconception as well, but people believe that if I give all of my stuff away online, like you're a nutritionist, you teach people how to lose weight, how to get rid of, like when they're in a stubborn rut where they just get stuck.
Plateaus.
Plateaus. Thanks. That's the word I was looking for. Plateaus. Or you specifically specialize in people who have very busy lifestyles, maybe families, very high stress jobs, all of that stuff. You specialize specifically in those types of people, helping them achieve it. Like, it doesn't really, you didn't put your specialty into, I'm the stay-at-home individual who doesn't have a job and I have all day long to work out because I have all this money. And it's like, okay, well, that's not really your demographic. Like, that's easy. Like, cool, eat a little less, go to the gym a little bit more.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's like, I'm happy for you. Like, but most people aren't that.
Yeah.
So your demographic became helping people in those kind of authority, in that, from your authority perspective, in the stressful situations where you don't have time to do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that when you're doing it, giving away all of that for free, giving away all those tips, it's like, oh, I'm trying to rush out of the house and I only have 5 minutes and I have to get my kid to school and I have to make it to my job. What is the thing that I can eat that's going to hit my macros? Protein, carbs, whatever, right? And it's going to keep me on track. You give that away. And then you give the next thing away. And then you give the next thing away. And then you give the next thing away. And people think like, well, if I'm giving it all away, then what are people going to pay me for?
Yeah.
They're going to pay you because they're too lazy to do it themselves a lot of times. Or they're too busy, not even lazy. Lazy is probably a bad word to say. Some people are. A lot of people I've been working with lately are. But I know, I'm going a little hard. I'm going a little hard right now. But
angry Rick is
I know, a little angry. I've had some people pushing my buttons lately. But a lot of people are really, really busy in their lives.
They are busy.
So they want somebody who's going to hold them accountable and plan it out for them so they don't have to think about it, and give them the tools that they need without them having to research through all of your videos.
Yeah.
And that's where you get your clients.
Well, the other thing is right now in the day and age of social media is, if you're not giving the tips away for free, somebody else is, or 5 somebody else's, or 100 somebody else's are out there all doing the same thing, and they're all giving it away for free, and they're building that trust and that relationship with them, and so now
they're all on the streets giving it away for free.
Stop it. So now they're going to go to that person instead of coming to you, because that person has built a trust relationship, whatever, through.
They built themselves as the authority.
And so now they're going to seek them instead of seeking you.
Yeah, and that's a great point. If you are the one who is constantly like doing this, being like, give to me, and they're the people who are constantly the I'm giving to you, they're not going to watch you, they're going to watch them. And then when it comes time to actually pay for something, who are they going to pay for? The person who's been giving them the whole time? It's reciprocity. The person who gives them the whole time is going to get the business, and the person who's been asking the whole time isn't going to get shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not going to. So you have to give away. You have to build the trust. You have to make it so the audience wants to see you, wants to listen to you, and then you solve a problem. And that's the only way that this is going to work. Okay, you can't just like, well, I'm here, I exist, pay me money. And you can start this off in your own gym. So like, for example, our gym that we run, all of our instructors have free reign to use the gym for their own private stuff.
Yep.
Not private stuff, I should say. Private lessons and training. All right, let me specify that right now.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, if you're doing something else kind of shady out of the gym, no. But that's our deal, right? It's like, if you're one of my black belts and you want to have your own private clients, Like we have some rules with it. We don't want black belts undercutting other black belts and somebody trying to like lowball everybody so they get all the business and stuff like that. Like we have standards to it that everybody in the community follows. And then the other thing that is like we have standards as well as like liability standards and whatever. But for the most part, like you can market within your space that you're in if your coach is cool with it or if you know whatever, and then grow it. But it doesn't grow by you existing.
Yeah.
You have to fill a need for somebody. You have to solve a problem for somebody. So perfect example, going back to Cassie here, you're not trying to compete with every nutritionist out there.
No.
In the gym space, you get all of our clients, anybody who needs nutrition help that goes to our gym, goes right to you.
Yeah.
And in a lot of our cases with our gym memberships, it's free. They get you for free in a way that like can help them either like lean out, cut weight. You know, if they're a fighter, they cut weight. They get that for free. But that's not your main demographic.
Mm-mm.
No, your main demographic, as we just went over, if you want to explain it again.
Yeah, busy people, busy lives.
Parents.
Parents, you're just busy. Mm-hmm. And you're in the gym, you're putting in the work, and you've hit that plateau. And I'm there to help make some adjustments, small tweaks, to help overcome those plateaus while also maintaining your busy life without adding extra stress to yourself.
Yeah. So you're the help to get them across whatever problem that they're coming into. So you're not like you work with specific types of people, but this is a perfect example when you are training and when you're doing private lessons for people and whatever. Have a specific person in mind that you are looking for. Like if you're a female instructor, maybe you coach females.
Yeah.
You know, because you're relatable to them. You've gone through the same struggles as them. Like that's your niche.
Yep.
If you're a male and you are, this and that world champion or a heavy competitor, your private lessons could be tailored around helping people take their competitiveness to the next level. You know, like that's your niche. That's where you help athletes who are trying to compete get to that next level. Yeah. It's not just I'm teaching you jiu-jitsu. I am doing a private lesson in Muay Thai. It's like, okay, so who are you talking to?
Basically, you need to narrow it down.
Yeah,
because
do you work with older people who are just trying to stay in shape? Do you work with younger athletes? Do you work with and don't be one of those people who's like, well, I can work with anybody.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. You know who's going to work with you? Nobody. Because you don't solve any specific problem.
Yeah. That I ran into that problem when I first started. It was like, well, I want to help anybody with their nutrition that wants it. But you have to, when you're putting all of it together and you're trying to market and you're trying to get your information out there and you're trying to talk to people, you learn very quickly that you're like, all right, well, I might have said that I would help anybody, but I actually don't want to work with that person because
be discriminate.
X, Y, and
you know,
Z, right? Like it's fine. Everybody does it. Corporations do it.
Yeah, I discriminate all the time. That's like one of my favorite things to do, actually.
That's why there's interview processes, right? Like, so narrowing everything down and saying like, this is who I want to work with. This is and you'll learn quickly, like, not that person, not that person, not that person.
Yeah.
But when you're doing that, you're narrowing down without actually realizing that you are narrowing down your scope. But you don't. All of us, when we first started, are like, anybody that wants, it's fine. And then
all money's green.
Yeah.
All money's green.
And then you start talking and taking on people, and you're like, oh, I know. You are not what I envisioned.
You're too much work. You're going to cost me more money and more time than what you're bringing me. You over here, I know you're not going to actually do what I'm telling you to do. So you're actually going to give
my time.
Well, you're going to give my business a bad reputation because then when I'm unable to help you because you're not actually listening to me do it, then people are going to be like, whoa, were you successful working with Cassie? No. It's like, well, why? But they don't ask.
Yeah.
You know, they don't ask. And this is why I was commenting about the lazy people, because I've had a number of these lately. And I'm just like, I don't care how many times I tell you to do something. When you don't do it and then you get upset at me because something didn't work, it's like, but so that hobby guy, like, 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 well, I've told you 10 times to do it, like, and this is the way you do it, but you didn't do it. So, like, what do you expect from, what do you want from me right now? Like, I don't know what to tell you. But
I want it to work and not have to do it.
I want to be on Ozempic. Like, I need all the Ozempics just injected into me, and I'm gonna be skinny.
Stop it.
You know, but that's something that you have to think about. Is like, who are you serving? What problem for that person do you solve? We get a lot of athletes who come in all the time that are older, who are busy, and they don't have a significant amount of time. So they want just somebody who can work with them, do a private lesson with them or whatever, who's going to be, nice about, like, maybe they're a little bit late because their kids got off late. Yeah. Or maybe they have to cram in an hour workout into 30 minutes because their husband's home at sick and is homesick, or whatever, right? Like, and maybe that's your niche.
Yeah.
And you just like, I work with you at your time and cater to your schedule, your busy schedule. But in doing so, I charge a little bit more money for that flexibility.
Yeah.
That's your niche. Cool. And that's how you market it. And then when you're making all of your videos, all of your stuff showing what you do, that's like front and center on the problem that you're solving. It's like, here's a 20-minute workout that you can do that gets like the heart rate to this level, and you can do all of this, and you still learn these skills and whatever, and then you take them through it. Maybe not in 20 minutes, maybe break it down to a minute and a half, but like you show them the steps. Is like, here is my answer to this problem. Here's my answer to this problem. Here's like the way that you can think about this, or here's a mindset for this, or whatever. You're making all of this stuff for free, and you're throwing it out there to your audience. And that's what gets people to want to book the privates with you, the personal trainings with you, the nutritional coaching with you, and all of that stuff. Yeah. So you have to have that that audience and that authority and that giving going out to them. And then keeping the touch points going high, like keeping the audience wanting more, doing emails if you have an email list, doing messaging, doing videos. Like, the more platforms and the more things that you do, the more of like a community you can build, the more people that you're going to have in your network to draw from.
Yeah.
Best way I like to describe it is like, if you're going fishing and I throw out a fishing pole with a lure, can I just throw any bit of bait on there?
I mean, you could.
I could, but
not get much.
Yeah, it's like your bait and your lure has to fit to the fish that you are trying to attract.
Yep.
Okay, if I'm fishing for a trout, I'm not going to use a bass lure. I'm not really much of a fisherman, but some of y'all at home, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, if the place in your area aren't eating flies, I don't want to throw a fly out there, and then expect a fish to bite it. It's like, oh, there's a random fly there, even though I don't care about it, I'm going to bite it.
That looks yummy.
That looks yummy. Like, but that's how it is. It's like, you have to know your audience. You have to know what your audience wants. You have to know what problem that you solve in the niche that you are solving it. And you have to create a whole bunch of material around that to prove that you can solve it and you are the authority. Once you do that, it's kind of an easy formula. Then you'll start getting more and more people. And then there are more tactics with it, right? You're my client. You're going to pay me, $75 an hour or whatever to do this private 1-hour session with you. That's reasonable. But tell you what, if you book 2, I'll give you the first one at $50.
Yeah.
If you bring a friend, I'll let you split the cost.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's like, well, then I have to train 2 people. It's like, no, dummy. Oh. They get to work with each other, and you get to sit back and watch and tell them what to do. That's way easier.
I was going to say, it's better in my opinion.
Oh, it's much easier.
When I was doing personal training, I liked it when I could group 2 or 3 people together.
Yeah.
And the cost was all shared. Because it was easier, because then they thrived off of each other's energy, right? Like, it's just a whole thing. Like,
you weren't the only one having to perform, because they could talk to each other, they could work with each other and whatever. Yeah. And when you're doing jiu-jitsu, where you have to actually be the dummy for a lot of people, your arm has to be the one that they're breaking, your neck has to be the one that they're choking. And then you simultaneously have to see all of the things that they're doing
Yeah,
in
try
that
to correct
process.
it as it's going.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be difficult. So having that partner there that they can work, and you're off to the side and you can see things and you can move hands, be like, no, instead of gripping here, grip it here, you know, or like instead of going here, arrange the thumb this way, or I'm sorry, dip this way instead of down here, you know, for aligning the elbow, like whatever, like so much easier. So if you give them a discount, be like, hey, you bring a friend, you can share the cost. It's still $75 for you for the hour.
Yeah.
But now they've just split it to where it's easier on them. You know, the cost isn't as high for them. And then they'll be like, oh, and by the way, like, since you guys are splitting it, how about we do the next 3 sessions at 60?
Yeah.
You know, and if you guys want to come together, now you have 3 sessions booked at $60 an hour instead of the one for 75, and you have them bringing in a person that they can work with, which makes them actually more comfortable anyway, because they're working with a friend instead of just working with you alone.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole thing works out. So like there's a lot of strategies to this, right? There's strategies for how you do this. And the main thing there is, like we said, be the authority, be the person who gives, be the person who solves the problem. And then the tactics you want to do to actually increase it, whether it's more sessions gets you a discounted price, or bring a friend and gets you a shared price, or like maybe peak times and less expensive times that work better with your schedule, and you can charge a little bit less if you come in at this time where I'm already going to be over here by the gym, or whatever, right before a class that I have to teach anyway, and I'm going to do a private lesson right before that. Maybe that's a cheaper rate. Maybe that's your happy hour.
Yeah.
And to work with your clients, or maybe the clients who are less needy, less high maintenance people, give them a discount for being easy to work with, because then you're attracting more people like them, because the easy to work with people will like cost less of you to do.
Yeah.
And then you can charge a little bit less to incentivize it.
Yeah.
Like there's all kinds of little tactics you can do with that. And then create a whole plan around it, create a whole little site about it, maybe create your own little website. You can do that super easy. You can do Squarespace or Wix or whatever. Create it all out there, have all of your material there for free, have an easy place for them to book. Go straight to your email, you schedule a time on your calendar, and boom, you're done.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add to this one, or?
No, just just don't have the mindset of I'm here. Where is everybody? Why aren't they booking me? Why aren't they using me?
People don't know what they're missing. People don't know what, like, I'm here. They should want to come because I'm a two-stripe black belt and I'm teaching.
Such a man thing. I hear men say that all the time. I don't think I have ever heard a female be like, well, they don't know what they're missing out on. I'm sure that there are, but I've heard more men say that.
Oh, man.
Well, they don't know what they're missing out on.
Dang.
I know.
All right, shots fired to the male community out there. Blame Cassie, not me. I believe everybody is a dick equally. I'm not just blaming men in this case.
He hates everyone on an equal platform.
It's like, so, but yeah, so if you have any other questions about any of this, if you want to market your own stuff and just want a little bit of like feedback or whatever, reach out. Like, I'm always happy to help. There was a lot of people that helped me when I was building my business, and I like to pay it forward. So if you have questions on it, or want to run some tactics by, or have some ideas or whatever, grab me. And I'll tell you what has worked for me, what I've seen. I've done a lot of marketing. I've worked in the career of marketing, and I can show you what we've done, what is done for what we've done for building our business up, for building more client lists and stuff like that. So let us know, and we will see you guys on the next one.